So we hear all the time about the challenges of having both autism and ADHD, right? But what if that internal tug of war, that constant negotiation going on inside your head, is actually a hidden superpower? Today, we're going to unpack that exact idea.
Yeah, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling of having two totally different drives living in the same space. You've got one part that's all about novelty and action, and another that needs routine and structure. And for the longest time, the whole story around this has been about conflict. And that's our first section, the odd ADHD inner conflict. Because let's be honest, this is the story we all know, the one that usually dominates the whole conversation. The way people usually see it is like this. You've got these two forces inside your head constantly duking it out. One part wants to jump on 10 new, shiny projects, while the other part is trying to methodically organize the one you're already working on. Sounds pretty exhausting, right? And when you look at it that way, it's no wonder the whole view gets stuck on the negatives. The story becomes all about the difficulty, the struggle, and it gets framed as a disorder, just a list of problems that you need to somehow manage. But hang on a second. Is that really the whole story? What if all that tension, that constant push and pull between two opposites, is actually the very thing that creates something amazing?
Okay, so let's flip this whole thing on its head. It's time to reframe the conversation and talk about the hidden superpower here. Let's get into the part of AuDHD that is, as they say, seriously slept on.
Yep, it's that simple. This combination isn't just a pile of challenges you have to climb over. When it all clicks together, it becomes a genuine superpower. So you're probably wondering, how on earth does that actually work? Well, to really get it, we've got to properly introduce the two characters in this story. Let's break down the unique strengths that each side brings to the party.
Okay, check this out. In one corner, you've got the ADHD go-getter. This is your idea machine, pumping out 1,000 new concepts a week, loving anything new, and just itching to do stuff. Then, in the other corner, you have the autistic deep diver. This is the part that craves routine, loves structure, and has this incredible ability to hyperfocus on one thing until they're a walking encyclopedia on it. Now, on their own, they're both pretty powerful, but put them together, and wow.
So this is where the magic really happens. It's not about one side winning. It's about what happens when these two forces finally stop fighting and start working together. It's pure synergy.
And this quote just says it all. You take that boundless, almost chaotic creativity of the go-getter, and you fuse it with the intense, methodical focus of the deep diver. The result? Well, you get something pretty close to superhuman.
So what does this look like in the real world? Well, it's kind of like a three-step dance. First, the go-getter sparks a brilliant new idea, something exciting and shiny. Then, the deep diver sees that shiny idea and latches on, hard. And that initial interest turns into a full-blown obsession. And finally, through that intense focus, a brand new expertise gets forged. The idea becomes a mastery. Think about it. In the world of entrepreneurship, the AuDHD person might have a million business ideas flowing constantly. That ADHD trait makes it almost impossible to just pick one, which often leads to creating multiple streams of income. But here's the kicker. The autistic trick kicks in with this deep, powerful need to research, organize, and become a true expert in every single one of those ventures. It's the perfect blend of big-picture creativity and deep-dive execution. So really, what we're looking at here is a totally unique and really potent form of intelligence. This ability to innovate, to take risks, and then to systematically build deep expertise is what makes AuDHD individuals, in the best possible way, quite a threat. And this is exactly why it's so critical that we shift the narrative. For way too long, the focus has been on the conflict, the problems, the cons. It is absolutely time to start highlighting the good, the incredible capabilities this neurotype brings to the table. So if there's one thing to take away from this, it's this. You have to see past the label of disorder. Recognize that this fusion of relentless creativity and intense hyperfocus isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's a true superpower that has been overlooked for far too long. And that leaves us with one final thought. If we can reframe AuDHD this way, it kind of makes you wonder, right? What other conditions that we label as disorders might actually be hiding their own unique and powerful hidden strengths?